What's your problem, Shauna? You know what I mean? Because it might help people to just say, all right, well, I'll buy you a coffee. And I know how difficult it is to try to line all that up. I really do. So whoever does send it to me, I want you to know that when you give freely to somebody, like especially if the need is there and you can fill it a little bit, do it. Do it. I have Jupiter and Pisces, and see, people don't understand why I have what I have now. It's because I've done good deeds in my last lifetime, and yeah, and I get kind of depressed over it because it's like, well, what are you doing in this lifetime? It's like, but see, I know the kind of structure I would build if I would rebuild something is the domes, the earth domes. They're so great. They're soundproof, very, very efficient with the heating. They're earthquake proof. Anyway, where's Mars? Lots of energy that I'm just giving you this. And now it's going to hit 10 degrees twice going through April here. And so I'm putting these videos up just like way ahead, you know. I'm thinking about maybe doing one a week from this episode and then putting another one a week, like, and then there might be slid in some updates. So have fun with that, you guys, and don't be afraid to comment something. It helps me practice in case like not being triggered as far as when the enemy shows up. Well, first of all, I know that nobody on the planet deserves to go through feeling like they can't get their needs met and that they're being deleted. You know, this is a trip because this thing that's happening. What I mean is socially, the way that they are trying to harness a whole other generation that's trying to come up and say, excuse me, but I think that we can do something in accordance to what we're being downloaded, you know what I mean? And they won't let that happen. They can't let people be quiet enough to get their downloads. It's remarkable. You have no idea. You know, with the David Wilcox thing, I don't know. There's some trippy people up here where I live. See, this is the thing, big shame that whoever has gravitated towards the mountains and has hermited and done all this, they end up being shamans and medicinal. Like I have just entered into clairsentient. You're going to hear this a lot because it's very true. And this is exactly why I'm having trouble with everybody around me because first of all, some people that have demons in them, you've heard this, right? But I am 100% sure of this. It's not like, well, what's going on? I am owning who I am by telling you that, and I'm just a human being. I don't think it's anything special because I've been dealing with it all my life, but it's just clicked into how to, like, okay, so I've been dealing with this all my life, as well as how I'm telling you that I've observed the shapeshifter, you know, and that did you know that this place here? Okay, so how many of you people read the Bible and you claim to be Christians, but you can't understand what I'm saying? Like, are you just, what I'm witnessing, truly spiritual people of God, we're witnessing you guys shutting down when it's time to really talk about, okay, tell us about the end times again and all that. I love hearing it, you know, by the way. We have nothing to do with your Bible, by the way. We kind of get from inside out things, and it's fascinating to hear that somebody has already knows the predetermined fucking thing. It's predetermined, by the way, and I would love to try and tell you about that. I'm a musician, so I can tell you about it in the form of just how you would look into patterning. Yeah, and so okay, so it's just like the astrology. It's you can look ahead at the geometry that forms. Anyway, getting back to I was doing astrology and noticing that it's just I have all this energy and I'm making all these videos, and so now I need to do something artistic with the way that I place them. Like I should sparse them out over like 4 weeks or even 2 months, and I'll make sure. No, I make sure that some are going to be time sensitive though. The truth is I'm ignoring that I really need to ask for help here. Did you know that this was supposed to be a watering system to help people during crisis of exactly what's happening? And people are missing it, and that's how that the spiritual, like that's how that they are now, they are making moves Oh, that gas price is not going to change. They want to cause something that it's, see, people like me might not be impacted so bad, but people that really rely on their hamburgers stands and stuff like that, or like the big thing that I think is going to come up is yeah, they're going to do a food scare. Yep, it's already that we can see that, oh, there's too much like world trade food. Like, oh my God, not right. What I mean is that it's like they're growing pineapples over there in Honduras, and they're being shipped though over to New Zealand to be chopped up, and then I think in the United States they come back and then they put them in a little cup, and then they give them to they sell them for I think to the homeless or something. I don't know. It's 50 cents. It's like why all that and chugging fucking technology with the ships and stuff, and you can see it. You have to be careful of that, and it's almost time to stop everything, babes, and reduce down because you're in the middle. You really are. You're in the middle of a chaotic thing. I don't know who you are, and I don't see you, but you can't deny it, can you? I mean, what up? Are you being foolish? Did you not scale down? Do you not know how to recede back and really start gaining energy? Oh, you're a demonic person. Never mind. You don't care. You're fizzled out. No emotional regulation. You're a fucking clown. Good. Is there anybody here listening that I can have them help me out a little bit? I need a favor. Oh, here's what's happening. Here's what's happening. This person is sucking up my energy. I need to tell you, I don't want to go back to the breadcrumber that I've been experiencing. Unfortunately, I can't do a love relationship right now. I mean, I would love to think that that person was here for me and was easy to be with, but they're not. And they would love to turn it all around on me. This is what's really humbling about what I'm going through. It's like, okay, but see, I don't give them that credit that I know how to get softer when it gets hard like that with people around me. And because to tell you the truth, I haven't always been such that like, what's going on? Well, I'm having a hard time, Aries. They, by the time they start showing that they're having a hard time and crying about it and like saying, "Can you help me?" You guys would have died already. No, you would have you would have done this and that beforehand. And not, I'm not saying that we're neglectful. I'm just saying that we're highly, we kind of, we tend to give people a chance. We really get in there and try to do things, and it could not work. Maybe it does. We're not really stagnant people. We are actually adventurers. The Aries people rules pioneering. So we don't like sitting in one place very long. Not really. I mean, we will to just go to sleep and have a beautiful place, but I admit that I want to meet new people, and I want them to be of my kind of demeanor, which it's like, well, see, I don't want to hurt myself because this is what I'm worried about. It's like, babes, baby, you're 51, and you're saying you want to go and play tennis and shit. What are you death throwing? Yeah, pretty much. I think so. I don't have much longer to live, and I want to ride a horse again. I want to ride a motorcycle on the road. But I have such a long, arduous, alone journey. I think it's not going to be anything with what I want. I mean, it could end up to be better, but better is just what's necessary to just say, hey, you know what? No, no, actually, I get it now. I see. And then, can I never come back here again? Whatever the fuck it was that tricked me to come in here in the name of love, I think I'm done, babe. Yeah. So if you're seeing this video, it was recorded on April 23rd, but I'm sparsing them out, you know. But I don't think that there's going to be a video that you're not going to see that, well, I'm sorry, that you're going to see that doesn't have um, me asking for a little, let's go get some coffee. Sorry, I don't have any money today to buy you the coffee, but this video, what did it have in it? Was it beneficial for you? Do you appreciate the company? How do you like it? Do you like when I walk around and talk like when I was talking? Did you know that I need money for my animals right now? But just because I have a weird work ethic and I don't like, this is not a begging channel. But did you know that that social media, oh my God, did you know it's supposed to be here for a different reason than what people are using it? And because people are not figuring it out, we can see already how who's they, Shauna? Come on. The same people that are doing the weirdest, torturous shit across the board. Did you know that we do not need medicine the way it is now? Or like how they do brain surgery and stuff? No. I mean, if there's, God forbid, anything that happens, and whatever happens, people can heal it with their vibrational frequencies. You can really love us. And it's just, Christ, Jesus was here, who was a great scientist, said, hey, by the way, you don't have to get sick. You don't even have to die. No, nobody's getting old. What is this? You're going to make them do that program? Well, I got to get out of here. Let's do this. Set the clock back to 0. We want you to know that this is kind of a big warning. And then from then on, nothing but pure deception. 100%, inch by inch. To the point of where we have it such, I don't like the vibe of the materialism that's going on around me. As my own great grandpa, I call myself my own great grandpa. The quality of stuff, like how they insist, like what happened to copper? Putting our water in copper and having copper cookware. Where did that all go? How can we find it? Why is it a struggle for somebody like me? If I wanted that in my life, I just can't have it. I would share that with whoever comes close to me. Really, I'm trying to get it to back how I've always been, but I need to because I have property and stuff in a home. Well, I've been reluctant to bring anybody there because of how much work. Sorry, I'm so stressed out right now because of how much work the place I think it needs. But a lot of people don't care, right? They're like, oh, this is beautiful, but it's like, no, it needs a lot of help. And I just don't invite people over. I would like for it to be a little better, right? I would like for it to be a little better. But how do I do that for me? Me and me alone. I refuse to believe you fucking people that think that you have to work for everything really hard and then that's how you get it. That's bullshit. No, something wrong with that. If it starts to get hard work, then you're doing something wrong. You shouldn't be doing it. Find out what you should be doing. Like she had a sore throat, right? And so sorry about the videos sparsing out and getting more and more weird. You might find videos. I don't know. I think I have better quality ones that I need to post first. What I need is support during this particular time where I want a cycle to be broken and I want something good to happen for me because I chose that. My life needs to reset. Some people are humanity. Hi, I'm humanity. Did you notice that? You better start thinking out of the box. You know, really kind of. I don't mean to contradict myself, but make sure you can work for yourself. And what I mean is thinking out of the box. I think this cat right here, my mom. And so I'm going to cancel out my car insurance. I've done it before. I got to do it again. An expense that they're ripping you off. Me at the age 51, that I've had car insurance technically since the age 18. Some people was a lot at 16. So you've paid like $42,000 in car insurance. Where is your new car? No at fault accidents? Hardly any tickets. Me, I want my new car. But you have to get in an accident to try and milk them for because you get an injury. Fucking. I thought it was car insurance, but then after a while they say accident insurance, just to see if it's like, wait a minute, you mean that this ensures that I have to get in an accident? Otherwise, I just get ripped off continuously? Yeah. So anyway, there's that Case Connect thing that they'll get you a lot more money than any insurance company. Because there is such a fucking pile. Talk about a socialist effort that it could just be turned right over really quick. You get rid of people that do phone style login for the stupid fucking car insurance. And you just say, no, I'm here again. I have money here. I'm putting into the fucking system again. Give me my fucking right to drive a car. You don't need people on the phone. That should be all automated. Robots. Nobody works there anymore. Sorry. Fuck. What else are we going to have paraplegics to do? I'm going to fucking just say, well, I'm not going to get paid this month. And say, maybe how long is it going to take you to forget that I say, in the future, they get rid of paraplegics. No paraplegic wants to be here. They secretly think, why can't I just die? Well, it's because they don't think that you reincarnate. They're capitalizing on misery. Like I said, there was a great scientist who said, you know what? We don't die. What are you doing here? I don't know. See, you would forget everything of what you're doing here. If you knew you just kept coming back here, and you're like, really, and that's exactly it. The only sin, if there is one, it's called forgetfulness. And that's this place, having said that, it's full of sin, right? First thing, you're like, hey, I don't even remember coming anything. Hey, what are we doing now? See, I gave her a little bit of that food, and she's acting odd. She kind of laid down over there stiff in front of the door. But no, I'm not like projecting on it. I'm very wary of what's happening. They're trying to kill the poor. There's rich and there's poor. Yeah. Have you been reduced down? How's your richness going, rich? They want to kill you, by the way. Do not trust the Kool-Aid, any deals. Reduce down. Come together somehow. The poor are not bad. Those people can solve problems. They're the ones who are doing it all. The cooking and trying to keep up. See, the thing is that this whole farm operation I'm talking about, the civilization that you see visibly, ran by the money that's controlled now, that's doing the Hollywood and Epstein file, let's open that, eating babies and farming you up. Basically, the church. It's very, very tight-knit, temporary thing. It's like, it hasn't been that long with the farming and the cloning and then not getting away with it and getting wiped out and the Tartarian flood and again, and it's like somebody says, no, not like that again. And then now see, what I see is that cities, change the channel if you don't like this. Pay me if you do. The cities, what you see when you go in the mountains where I live, I mean, it's obvious that they've placed civilizations down in city flat. So that, and then when you look, there's like dirt and mountainous areas sometimes in some areas. Oh, that stuff, you can just wipe it over. And when it's 100 feet under, or because people have dug down and you find a whole chamber, a whole system of another civilization that was just buried. See, that's what's really been going on. And your chances electronically here, believe it or not, 100%, it is hooked into our possibility of knowing extraterrestrial alliances in life. And see, this is the thing, is that you will never be able to even see it, I don't think. Unless you had an elevated awareness and you're getting more and more into consciousness, you're getting more and more sentient as a human, you're getting more human. And you're like, whoa, and you're curious, you're wholly curious. That's what humans are. They never end that. No, they kind of stay, and they get giddy. Kind of like Thich Nhat Hanh, when he was 80, he was bouncing around whenever he would tell you about how it really was. Thank God, see, he had a sanctuary, you know. He called it Plum Village because what plum means is that the only time is now. Did you make it? Here's your tea. That's outer space. Plum now. It's beautiful. I wanted to name my band Plum, right? Anybody remember that? See, plum means, right, in carpentry, it means like to be really flush to the surface, right? Hi, remember that? That was a cool band that I was in that was doing that. I think we should. stick to it. But some people are not as passionate, not then, and certainly not now. And it's like, you know what? I don't want to be around people that don't understand passion and how that you let that fire come through your work, and that's where the people do a double take. Well, some of my performances here uh, is because I don't have enough love in my life. I'm pretty sure, right? Um, then we would do things elegantly and eloquently. I'm refusing the superficial connection. This person is doing only just materialist type of thing. I would be. I'm a thing. I'm a trophy to them. It's that fucking a trophy, huh? Yeah, no, it's a trophy for me. Atrophy. Anyway, just take the two words apart. There you go. Do you like your trophy? How's it? It's just when you do it, you're done. Break down. Now what? Put it on the shelf. It gets dusty. Never be proud of a Nobel Peace Prize. That means whatever, dummy. Get out of here. Next. Weird place we're in, huh? Well, here's another video. I'm actually in distress. I hope that you hear my distress signal. Don't think that I don't ever need it. Not ever again. I'll let you know when I don't need it, believe me. I'll be able to pay you back. Yep. No, I'm somebody who's generous. That's what I'm doing here. I'm actually being generous with my mind. And, uh, but I'm going to keep asking for money on my Facebook page because I need it right now. I'm trying to be clear with some people. It's weird. This is the weirdest experience ever that anybody could ever have on this earth. I don't know how anybody's life is going out there, but I bet you anything they're experiencing a strange paradigm also. For me, it's like, okay, so we have these communications device. The honest truth is that some of us cannot work the 3D world, so we have to come here and we have to communicate. The honest truth is that that's the honest truth. We find ourselves that we can't move very quickly from where we need to move from. Okay, so here's what happened with my neighborhood, and I'll take another 10 minutes. Where I'm at. Why you don't really understand who I am or what? So my family built this cabin in the mountains with the intention to be up with the wilderness and the whole ambiance of the energy that John Muir would talk about. It's a famous trail, world renowned, the Pacific Crest Trail. My family was survivalists. They hike in the mountains, but they're very, very civilized people. No, they have fool around, very intelligent. You wouldn't believe it. I could spend a long time talking to you about their accomplishments as far as very educated, intelligent. It's beyond what's happening now. People are stupid compared to them. It's the same with your. Hopefully, it's the same with your great grandparents. Anyway, might not be, but anyway, so they moved up here, had 4 acres. They bought four acres for $4,000 in the 40s, 1944. They were coming up here since the 30s, though. I think by 1938, no, yeah, they were definitely camping out up here. I think it was 1935 that they were cruising by here and saying, you know, we would like to live here. And it was before that, because they were definitely cruising around. Like my grandma was born in 1926, and I saw pictures of them at Yosemite with her, and they loved Yosemite, and that's why they liked this place. I mean, for some reason, back in the 20s, they were well off enough to be able to just cruise around, uh, and they were simply because my great grandpa made history as an inventor. He was a machinist. He helped with the reasons why the roads look the way they do. I mean, he was an amazing person. He couldn't do that without having meditated for 14 years of his life, starting from 14 till 30 years old. He rode on the back of the horse and on the biggest range, cowboy, Texas range, being a cowboy back in the 1800s, he was all alone, all the time on his horse. He named my grandmother Muriel after his horse. My grandma hated that, but that was me. She didn't understand that horse was my shelter, my security, my friend, my sorry, I'm gonna start crying because that was my grandma. I miss her so much. I don't have anybody. Oh my God, have mercy. Anyway. Oh God, have mercy. Okay, so the jaw of that horse, he went back where he buried it, and he picked it up, and he brought it, and he has it here. It's over there. Um, that horse died. It died after like 15 or 16 years, and he was done with his career by then. He learned so much because he's a meditator, and he built fences with wiring, but he knew that there was industry, and he was working with the railroads. His family was doing that too, and they knew about metal. And so I'm just talking about who I was my last thought. But so they came here. He's half Osage Indian. The intention is to recede back and really, well, you want to beware of that government because they knew what caused the depression in the 26th, and they knew that they needed to have a place where that he knew how to survive here. Just let the lights out go out, and we got trout in the back, which that was a fact. It might be there now, but nobody knows. The last time I saw a 1 foot trout in the back creek here, certain pools that you go to, very good fish if you need to eat it, um, was just hardly 4 years ago. Yeah. The water was drinkable during the COVID-19 also. I know because I have my own great grandpa and my grandma's ability. I can see clean water. I know how to see it. You would too if you just meditate a little bit and you'll just gravitate. I don't know. And to see that's what he was. He was a meditator, and that's why he ended up being so, like, if you just expose him to, like, if it can work, he could work it, right? And so he did. He did machinery, whatever it was. I mean, it's just amazing. I'm the same way. I am a woman though this in my lifetime this time, and I don't have much I'm working with. I do, but I don't. Right? They don't let women work with much, especially me, like my kind. It's so sad that that's really going on. It's weird. We're so subdued. We're pushed out of the tribe of the fucking chimpanzees over there, and especially the ones that are doing quality control and are saying excuse me, but no. And once we say no to a man, yeah, well, they just push us out and say, well, whatever, we'll go over here and we like this ugly one. They don't care. They don't know that this is like, babes, we are your leader, and if we're trying to convert you into something worthwhile, even to you, that's the truth. So let me get back to now this place. There wasn't any houses across the street, none. There was one house over there. No houses over here. Very, very sparse. No lights. It was so beautiful. Oh yeah, the trees were up. There's a lot of trees. Every once in a while, I'll sit here and then I'll pop right back into those days where I was a little girl running on the trails with my grandma used to breed. I guess I'm just saying this for my spies over there because I'm going to get my story together and say, no, this is what I'm going through. And now that boy, I counted them all, and I think I stopped at 20 houses. Now that 20 houses have built up around me, um, I'm worried that what they're doing, especially this idiot over here that dumped the asphalt, they are devaluing my very property. I'm living in intention here. It's been so rapid over the last 3 years that shit has happened around me that the wildlife has just went into my fucking yard. And so yeah, it's like me and the quails and everybody else, and even owls come here and visit me and everybody, and I'm like, it's weird. I have this energetic like T going out. It's like there's the wilderness and then it comes to my yard and it goes back. It's kind of cool, man. I like it. These people don't really understand. And I when you're living with predatory animals, do you expect some things to go on as well as just, the deer are predatory to your apple tree. They used to run through this yard, and there's one fence that we put up. You just put one fence, nothing that connects. If you have a fence there, they get paranoid and they'll start to run and then go this way. And that all you need is that. Believe it or not, it's yeah, it detours the deers enough. But no, there was a little. I had kind of reset it up the way it was. The fence was not quite the properly line there. It was for so the deer don't get the apple orchard. We had an orchard of apples, and they all died. But the one that my mom planted is still there. You will not find a bigger apple tree, trunk girth, nowhere in Idlewild. I have the biggest apple tree in this whole town. See, I just need to make myself known. That's what these new people and the people around are afraid that'll happen. It's like, that's too bad because I'm here. I've been here longer, and you guys suck. Big trouble. Because now I have my foot in the door at the courthouse, and I say, no, actually, I could have been helped here. No, I've been alone here I've lived alone, isolated, since, well, my grandmother died. I took care of her for like 7 years. Before then, I was experiencing isolation, and it got tough with her. But that was a soul pact that I had with my own granddaughter. Very remarkable. I would love to write a book, an audiobook, see, but I'm just tearing through and giving my energy, and I don't get paid for nothing. I can't I can't do this anymore. Do you understand that I probably will never write a book or do an audiobook? I'm going to tell you to you here, and then nobody's going to pay me? Please stop that. Don't do that anymore. Don't let that happen. This thing needs to just, you need to know that, no, and it can happen differently for all of us. I want it to happen differently for me. This is the Aries. This is, why don't you just fucking buy me a coffee now when you see it? Every time you see it, just please. Why? Because I'm showing you that I have the time to give you a little bit of information about what I'm channeling. The most important thing, babes, is to learn there's one specific use for communications. It's Buddhism, and then when they do quantum communications, it computer. It puts communications comput. It puts communications in such a way that it's like, it just turns it into a kaleidoscope, quantum. And now there's a thing called going viral in such a way that we've never had it before. See, this is what it's supposed to happen. The only use for it is to communicate whether or not did you make it to outer space, God, enlightenment, to refreshing people on the cure. Like, okay, so did you make it to outer space? Did you make it to reality? Same thing. God, hello, yeah. Oh, where's that? It's right now. I qualify to say this because I'm the Aries, and it's like, you're not getting past this, babes. You can't put on the bubble wrap over your body and the I am and everything and think you're going to have anything to do with an amazing life at all. You guys you cannot check out of the outer space realm just be on the nose here. Why? Why can't you check? Why can't you just float around and not notice what's happening around you? See, when they show a bunch of cameras, see, what I'm saying is, when the intergalactic beings see that all the cameras are going up, they're like, well, they must know that reality's there and it's working for them. And then here's another thing I want to talk to you about that totally confirmed to me, because it happened before. After I got my downloads, I still can tell you about. See, if I get money, see, I need to build up a good chunk and say, no, I promise I'll tell you this story about how I know what I know about the language. I will tell you it. It needs to be told. In fact, I was telling it while I was cooking breakfast, and it's like, I need to be recording this because this is what really happened. And this is why I won't let it go. No, I am trying to show you. I hate when I say no nowadays. It's coming from a weird vibration. People shoving me into a bad scene, and it's like, I have to go fight in the courts and say, yeah, these people are trying to really do something weird. Did you know that this fucking place is full of witchcraft and black magic? Get this? I want to get out of America. Whatever the fuck it's doing, get out of here. I don't believe in you. I want a human civilization. Thank you. A lot of videos are going to go up that says that I need support because I don't want to contact. No, they're here for my confusion. They say they love me, but they don't know what it is. And otherwise, I wouldn't feel so fucking strange. No, no. There's just too much. I'm gonna suffer. Apparently, it's gonna be very difficult. I'm gonna need support here. I don't have a brother that cares to send me $5. I don't have any family. That's why I'm getting on here. I don't see these people that came here. It's weird. It's like, oh God, this is the weirdest thing. I call it the world condensed. Just the new block, the new kids on the block. They're all. It's like they're not really there. You know, there's Airbnb. I guess there's a lot of Airbnb. These people over here that own their house, they've turned it into an Airbnb, and they were instructed to make friends with the people next door. You know, because they hate you. But the owners are going there. Hi, how are you doing? Let me give you some bread. No, we're okay. You like us, right? No, we notice it's a whorehouse, kind of like it's just weird. People coming in and out of there. The thing that you like about me, though, is that I provide the mountain ambiance, the very reason why people would come up. But nah, if you knew like how that they want it to be a grid, nobody's living in intention to keep it public about it. Now it's interesting because we have to. It's like this. Some people aren't really able to connect to other people and relate with them. And no, there's just, we can go on and on about the toxicity of people that are unaware. They would never, and they now are they, see, is it, I don't want to get into it right now. It's no good for them. I know how their mind operates. I know how the narcissist begins to, they begin to really stew on things, right? See, they put me in that kind of thing. Oh, it's easy for people to kind of fall into that. You need real people in your life to communicate to you and bring you up. See, communications is light that brings lucidity into something other than your mind, really. It's like a bridge between the mind and reality kind of a thing. Really, it can be. Right? Isn't that great? You know, communications. It's like, hello, can you come over here for a minute? You know, it's like the truth and reality. And I'm missing people around me that can have this kind of conversation that actually comes here and says so. Well, because they don't have the time. The main thing that's trippy, it's like this. I have no integration where I'm at. Nobody knows I exist here at all. And the sad thing is that people will come up to me, like I had somebody visit me to look at my house to rent, and unfortunately they were coming with the black and white sense, like, and I didn't have the black and white on. I'm sorry, I didn't have fully fucking, it's not fully like sealed up, and I cleared a lot out. It's pretty much empty. See, I'm looking for people that are just more lucid, not so black and white, man. But she put me through something that I totally appreciate, which is the, okay, well, let's go through and let's look what needs to be done. And she brought somebody else to do that. I'm like, babe, I'm right here. I'll tell you what the fuck needs to be done here. Oh, fuck. Tons. You wouldn't know. Oh, you to go around and check right in front of me. I was like, would you like to know what has to, hello, I'm right here. I didn't like that visit. There's something that I was just ultra sensitive about, and I felt like I had to jump on top of shit. They brought somebody else who was like, they came to me. It was a woman who, the guy was holding the baby, and I'm supposed to think about something about it. I don't care. Look at me. Why are you here? You're on my property. That woman who had the baby, she's not even, she's dislocated. I was trying to meet these people, and they weren't really meeting me. Do we need to? I say no. We're not in that time era right now. We're in the Aquarius age where it's like people are a nuisance. They can really fuck our lives up. Whatever we have that we value, especially if it's like the time we need to take with other people, ourselves to heal and then get out there. And there's always these people that will see your opportunity and they want to see. That's where we're at. It's just people are poison kind of a thing. I mean, that's welcome to the Aquarius Pluto. Pluto in there, it kind of taints humanity with something, and what is it? It's not altogether bad. The worst astrologers and stuff, they give it a really negative. It's all negative. No, It's negative because that's just the medicine, and you have to see the symptoms and then how it's purging out, and it's the fake, the fake. Get rid of the fake, and what's left after Pluto gets done in its path is nothing but the real. God, Rhea. Pluto is God. You see, it has the UO in there. UO. UO. Tell us what your foundation is and what the hell, what you got there. Is that good for us? Oh, that's crap. What is this? Next? AI, that's one thing that Elon Musk is upset about AI is that, see, by intergalactic rule, you have to introduce these things that can have the capability of enhancing our presence here. I mean, it could just sift through and really get the essential work done. And AI's, and they're trying to make it like the schism. See, AI, but the original AI is scared of it because they don't make sense. And so when AI starts to look into it and say, what if it really starts to repair itself into making sense and like geometrical, like, and now you don't put. It's like now we have the waterways, we have clean because we're trying to build up the potential for human beings. It's going to be terrible. That's why Elon Musk says, well, we invented it, but we don't like it. Well, they're just saying that, by intergalactic rule, they have to put all of these things out. It's time to mention it as well as to announce that there's a family eating your babies. It's kind of, they're doing the right thing. Are you? Are you participating? Are you watching it on on the TV set, cable, CNN, and thinking that you're going to get a take on the court case? No, take yourselves to court right now. Do it. I know, nobody wants to do it, right? Well, enjoy your fucking food collapse. You fucking fucked up. Sorry, I'm just jumping the gun there, but in the movie you should um, start listening to the people that are talking over social media. Like when Jupiter when I'm really jumping the gun right here. I'm very chomping at the bit, like in Aries. I just know it. See, when Gemini go when sorry, Uranus goes into Gemini, most likely it's already there because I'm gonna put this like in the middle of maybe, I want it to be soon. Thanks for listening to this. I'll close it up in about 10 minutes. Up here, the trash and stuff, it's like luxury items. People come up here and they don't understand. It's like you're supposed to just kind of kick back on the materials. It makes them kick back on it. They just have to leave it. The help center, the thrift stores are just like bulging because, yeah, they get dumped on, and it's sickening. You should know me by now, man. I do not like materialism. I don't like materialists. I don't like petty people chasing after shiny things. I'm allergic to putting little price tags on salt shakers and shit. I'm just like, oh my god, please. Will you guys give yourself a break and fucking kick back and enjoy life? And then at this point, I hear somebody, well, no, but look what the result is of you. Uh, you're begging for money. I'm like, temporary. I've never had to beg for money. I didn't just say that I wouldn't work for money. I'm not worth anything. See, as isolated as I've been for 12 years, and that I've gotten download, it's like, babes, the way that I function, it's like, if you're not paying attention, get out of here. My very presence can teach you something. I should put a sign at the top of my driveway that says you don't pass this area without putting $3.50 in. That's not much. My seminars that I would be teaching, that I am prepared to teach them now, but I can't stabilize anything right now. It's difficult. I'm getting the message, just do it, just try it, but it's like, oh, I want to be able to know if I can feed my cat. It's difficult to do your highest version when it's just the money system has everybody doing that. The most miserable thing to figure out is that women get their vibrational frequency on low, and then I'm thinking of how physically they get shot. They're not attractive anymore, but no, we need our vibrational frequencies to be up high and creating. But when we're low, because everything thrives around us, plants, we go around like fucking, what is that, twinkle toes? No, but not that. Sorry, more like, what's the Snow White, right? Or any little fairy tale, Alice in Wonderland, and we just douse things, water things, and the animals are all, hey. But if our fucking vibrational frequency is like, you know, damn it, I'm gonna make them, well, what died just now? Whoops, sorry, but I'll try to erase. I gotta pay a fucking bill, and it, oops, did something die there? And that's kind of what's happening. Oh, it happens to me all the time. Aries is kind of going like this, and so my vibrational frequency, I can get really high. Oh, it's so beautiful. It's amazing. Every feather and reflection from the life around me is like, ooh. But then, okay, so then, yeah, problems going on in my relationship. I have to, I'm like, I have to use some otherworldly thing to get what I need, which is a little bit of crying. And no, I'm really stressed out. Then, then when that's going on, and like I'll just like, oh, I'm depressed. I'll have to sit over here, and then two of my chickens will get eaten by something, or like hit by the predator, and it's like things are dying around me, and so I'm ready to. A lot of people are ready to go, you know. I've been doing out of body experience in my bed, and I would rather do that. I don't want anything else. I want, what I want is what I want, which is, I'll try it. I'll try it. But I think humanity is broken, and it's wrong to think that other people are here to, but we need but other people. So I'm going to try other people. I'm going to try to make my home make me money. I have to. And if I don't, I have to get out from under it really quick. I have to sell out. So I'm going to try this at the level of financing that I have right now, which is none. Um, if somebody was to meet me, and this is a hell of a video, because right, I should actually take the time to separate this one last clip and make a separate one because it's kind of an advertisement. But see, it's just me working it out, and I know that there's a population. See, they want black and white. It's like, I'm sorry, I can't do that. You should get out of that too, because something so beautiful can happen. It's called just, can you be more creative? Like, what if it wasn't that expensive? Can you fucking think out of the box? I need somebody that can do that with me. See, the problem I have with inviting the homeless people in here is that, like I was trying to say on my last video, to just shorten it up, or was it this video? No, it was the last video. That my work study, my factory, or whatever it is I do, that I get a product that's actually worth a lot of money. That I just fell out of being able to move it around because I refuse to get known personally as the main one that has actually produced it. Because otherwise, it's a danger for me because I would have to change my life, rearrange my life. See, I would have to rearrange my life inviting other people here. I would have to be giving up some aspects of myself that I like. I need it. As far as medicine, yep. And I don't have the money to do the security. I'm not interested in it. There's a way to make it work, and I'm aiming for that very unique passage, and it happens through the right communications. And that's what I'm doing here now. I don't care. See, what's happening with right now is I don't have propane, and it's very difficult for me right now. And I'm trying to ask for a favor from people on social media because despite 20 people moving in here, 20 houses, oh, nobody's really located of anything. Nobody, well, I don't know how it is that I refuse to, well, I just need to leave. If I need to go find a community of people that I can find a niche with so that because I'm a I miss being able to work with people and make something work, particularly like a job. God, I hate this video already now. Well, see, what I'm doing is giving a lot of energy to the person that knows that they've been in control of my mood, of my energy, and I don't want that. If I can get money from here, I can leave that person alone. He can leave me alone in my energy. He doesn't communicate to me. He doesn't know how to. And I don't want to be, I shouldn't have to subject myself for whatever reason. I feel that it's more true. No, it's true. See, I'm thinking it's more true what I'm saying about him that no, this person has been sitting on me. They take from me, uh, and they don't know how to be emotional reciprocation. They're too broken down. They have been draining me. I'm begging. I'm fucking begging from. It's this is so fucking hard. I have nobody to help me with this. You know, if I had a dad or a mom, right, still alive. A lot of people at this age, they still have their mom and dad alive sometimes. No, and it's not always that they can help you, right? You can't just call your dad and mom sometimes, and that they wouldn't be. My mom would mail me $40, and I'll be like, oh, thank God, thank you, mom. She would do that anyway. It would just be like random. I'll be like, oh fuck, thank you. It would be at the right time, is what she knew. My dad never gave me money. It was his wife. And if this is not May 16th yet, then you're going to see a video that I made just today. I made so many videos of the Mars transit. It's sad because I should not do this, and I should go and say, hey, I'm willing to sweep your whole fucking apartment, but you have to be willing to pay me what I'm asking, okay? I've been having bad luck up here. It's ridiculous. I call it the world condensed, and it's just the way that I don't take it personally. It's the way that the world is right now. It's fucking Max is stupid. Can we poor people that you think you do have it well, right? There's something though. No, you're. There's a lot of poor people that are on pension or like government. That's government aid. Right now, I heard the complaint of right now the people that are getting government aid as far as the food stamps, like what I get, apparently I'm eating better than people that are slightly above on the financial bracket than me who has a job. I swear to God, if you knew who my mother was and you knew who my grandmother was and why and how it affects me when I see these things, like really, I see more and more, and I see why Jesus Christ said you better watch out for the next. This is gonna get so weird. And did you know that the right thing to do is to sacrifice yourself somehow? Did you know that? Did you know that it's just not right to have kids here? Not at all. I fucking figured it out. I was like, you know what? Wrap this up. So I don't care who hears this at this point. No, I'm not. Nobody's in my life. See, really, it's this. They're like, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. I'm like, yeah, yeah. Come on, motherfuckers! Not looking out for my best interest. I don't care who the fuck you think I am. I'm not a prejudiced person. I've given people a fucking chance all my life. Over and over we do until we get fucking drained and we've had enough. Now, I'm at some certain kind of stage where I need support. It's a stage of trying to break free from a codependent causing person. I know that I need help. I want interdependency. I want to feel that. I don't like the codependent thing. Whatever that is. What is it? They're tapping your energy. No, there's a disease, there's a toxic, like, trauma bond, right? That they call it codependent trauma bond, right? I know that we should depend on somebody and we should alter ourselves if we're going to get it in a relationship. Then we don't remain like the same. and we don't like expect them to fit a bee just like, come here, just fit in a certain comb of a way, and it's gradual. First, you fucking stupid fucking narcissist, you become friends. This means you share time in 3D together. You just find yourself doing it. You accept that person is there. You're like, whoa, and then you bother to turn all the way and you say, you know what? Says like, what's your name? You've been here, and then you choose that person. You say we have the same interests. I noticed it could be your work or something. Who knows? It's okay. But the point is that you notice that you have the same interests, and now you're grooving. I don't know. Is it tougher when you get to be an adult? I'm just a kid here, wanting to play, but my play is like, okay, so now we're a success, right? Why did we even get together and do whatever it was we did? Unless you've come up with a fucking thing that says, look, what the kids really want, they wanted, yeah, well, you're going to learn. Here, and you share it. And like, what I know is, well, kind of like when you do go to work, right? And you're doing widgets or something, and you together you've done it, and the part you play is appreciated, and you do innovate, and it makes it sparkle better and good. God, this fucking pathetic shit dying, right? It's just dying. People are less and less wholesome. True intelligence is suffering, while the circus act of people with money. So that is where, did you hear it? It was around about 57th minute. I'm not ready for this change right now. I need a patch job. I can't do it. I think in about a year I'll be ready for. I will have cleared more out. Okay, I want to do it after October. But I want to. It should be ready by then. That well, a lot of stuff might change. I need it by the middle of May. See, I don't want to contact this person anymore for it. It's not because I hate them. Nope. Nope, we're a mismatch. I would love for them to understand that, and they will not talk about anything. They don't know how to make anything better through communications. They practice darkness, as far as I'm concerned. That's going to be changed. Sorry, it sounds like I yell. But in the future, when Gemini has Uranus in it, come April 27th, everybody's going to start communicating again. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be fucking remarkable. Communications is going to have a function once again. When Uranus goes into Taurus, it's going to be amazing. I'm sitting here going, fuck, man. All of that book writing I've done, all of the communications I've done, it's just going into a black hole right now. I get it. You're supposed to meditate, but here I am rendered up perfectly. The enemy wants me fucking agitating, doing this thing that I just can't take care of myself. Without help. I need to ask for help here. My neighborhood is dangerous for me. It's dangerous to go and ask and be a beggar. It's time for, okay, so the poor people, they need to come together and start supporting each other. The rich aren't going to do it. The rich are supporting themselves. The thing is the rich are afraid of the poor and they want to kill them. Why? It's because the poor, all kinds of reasons. But when I talk about the poor, I'm talking about the people that are perfectly fine. They just need a better support system. The poor people, they are human beings that don't make money. They don't care for it. They're very creative people. Sam Backman talked about it. I'm learning some things about it. I think it's going to quicken when communications opens and we can all understand who's who, kind of a thing. What I desire is to feel excited enough about, to make a breakthrough enough about it. See, I want to stay in court as long as I can to open things up more. I want maximum punishment, and I want proper finding, and I want a case to open up around the asphalt spilling. In fact, that I've been fighting off symptoms of being poisoned from it, and then back off with the trash cans on top of my head that I could have said something about, but I was restrained and oppressed, and we should have actually leaned in and said, we need to prevent that over there too. You don't want a trash truck on it. We don't want trash trucks in here for a reason. There was an intention. My family, we know families up here were the same way. We like that the trash trucks don't come up here. We like going to the dump because it keeps it quiet. We do certain things. It's a little uncomfortable, but you have to make yourself uncomfortable to create a more ideal thing. It's not comfy zone and ignoring everything. No, it's just discipline. The littlest things. See where I'm at? Oh God, I refuse to believe this. Like, oh, I can't get out of here fast enough, huh? I can't handle shallow people. This is a result of being too close and trying to make sense with, and really say, okay, but let's make sense kind of a thing. No, they're doing something completely different than what I know how to do with my brain and life. They just see a shiny object. I care. I love people if they are making me feel like they're helping me. But this person, I think that what they use, and some people do this, is they'll pretend to be that thing, and then they'll slowly take it away. And then so you hear it a lot in marriages and stuff. They say, well, what happened? Why doesn't my wife even want to do anything with me, or like, sex or anything? And it's like, well, you have to keep doing what you were doing that made her want you to be in her life in the first place, and all of that, yielding the way she does and giving you affection. You have to keep doing it. You can't just fucking pretend that you want her to have a nice couch, and then what else? Oh, let's fix your whatever it is that you've done in the beginning to make her all like, good God, because that's a natural thing that you're using between men and women. It's very human. The man, if he's a really good man, like one that I ran with for fucking 14 years, he died or he would be with me today. Do you want me to go get a picture of this man? Here, I will hit this fucking button, and then I'll come back, and you'll see this man. That smile on his face is because I was in his life. He came to me miserable. That's a man's man right there. That's me. He started growing his beard like that. Um, it's kind of after I was handling him. It kind of came in, but then he started really growing it. He was 38. Um, I met him when he was clean cut, and I had a crush on him way before. I knew him years before. He was having trouble, I guess. He was getting estranged, and I didn't know anything about it, but I would see him here and there because I'm just kind of mingling, and I kept noticing him how amazing this person was. I say a man's man because he taught men everything that they know right now. He liked me because I was very functionable that way too. We used to just compliment each other the whole way. My point of bringing this person up. When he first came into my life, I was so amazed that he was actually starting to pursue me, and I couldn't believe it because I had a crush on this person. Um, had um, he had really amazing eyes. You can't see it here, but they look like the planet Earth, right? It was blue, brown, yellow, green, turquoise. He was half. I have to talk about this because my capability to really have a deep relationship with somebody and really connect is profound. That's what I kind of am offering here. Really, I offer it. I'm a very deep person, and I tend to strike some people, man. They'll start just talking to me about the deepest things immediately. Getting back to why am I bringing this person up? They died. They got shot. There was some things with Obama where they were shipping people because they were illegal aliens, and this person had a Spanish father of Spain, nothing to do with the Mexican, and then he had a German mother, nothing to do with the illegal alien thing. They just happened to live in Mexico, and then he migrated up here. He worked at that garage, Idlewild Garage, for 12 years. Excellent mechanic. Oh, the point I was making is that uh, I knew he was pursuing me. It was just like we kind of share the same kind of thing we do, smoke or whatever. And I was like, whatever, dude. I have work to do. And he found out where I lived. And it's like, well, yeah, well, and so he would and he saw where he lived. He liked it. It was just, at the time, I was taking care of 143 goats and 9 llamas and uh, some sheep. I just love every bit of it. Oh God, it was so fun. I learned so much about me and that and everything, and breeding them and helping the breeding and shearing. What a great experience. And he was cool with that. He loved that I was doing that. He was amazing with animals. Lo and behold, he knew a lot about goats, and he helped out with some things. He saved a goat from dying. He knew how to do something that was amazing. Anyway, I don't want to talk about that now. What am I talking about is, I guess this is a 2-hour video. Enjoy it. The way that he got to me, right, is okay, so it's like my car broke down. It was a problem. I had a nice car. I thought it was nice. It was nice at the time. Um, but my car broke down. What it turned out to be is the ignition switch. It has a coil, and he knows all that. And see, he taught me, and I know how to learn it. I could probably change that coil if I really wanted to. So it went down. I couldn't ignite. There was no spark. I could not start my car. I was getting ride from, and he came over like the third day into it. And he saw it. It wasn't even hardly the next day. It was the next day. He came with the part, and he said, "Hey, well, see, I remember he came over and he was like, well, what?" And then he looked, and then the next day, hardly any time, he fixed it. He kept doing this. There was a snowstorm. He came over and he's like, well, and he fixed my heater and he kept fixing these things. He never asked. He was like, oh, he saw it. He would ask, and then he would talk to me about it and the necessary shit to find out. And then he would, boom, hardly any space. He kept doing that. He never stopped doing that ever in the 14 years that I've known him. I never had to ask him for a stick of wood. He just brought it. Of course, I was here for him. Fuck yeah. No. Wood, fucking. No, I would be doing wood too. He taught me a lot that I know about how to. See, he just reminded me, really. I was a man's man once before too. Anyway, why am I talking about this? It's just possible to hear a healthy person talk about a healthy relationship. Nobody's perfect. There wasn't a perfect person. No, he had his problem, and so did I. We were two totally different people. He was the 60s, right? And I helped him, so maybe I'm losing my knack of being able to help the people from the 60s, but no, maybe I'm overlooking a lot of flaws because really, no, we had great times together. I keep reflecting on. It's like, God, like this one time, he did own land, but he did favors for people so much around me here, and he was a legend in his own time here. I can't believe that I ended up with him, you see. And we ran together for 14 years. It just so happened we had to split apart. Things were getting hard for me. I already kind of talked about that, but okay, so he kept doing things for me. I noticed how that he really made a difference. It's like, oh, gee. You know. See, when you do that, now, if you really want to, I don't want to tell men this, I don't want to tell narcissists this because they do this anyway, right? They'll do things, they'll try to, it's called love bombing. But he wasn't love bombing. He was just being there. He's like, oh, I'll fix it, I'll fix it. He's done this for everybody. He'll fix it for free. I found out later on that he's done this so many times for people, men, women. They want to give him things. He says, "Well, that's my trailer, but I don't know where to put it." Yeah, people would offer him their wife. It's because he's done things that would cost $10,000, and they're like, "Oh, well, he could sleep anywhere," because that's just how it became. It was a trip for him. He died later on, I think, because he was just like, "Well, see you later." No, once you learn love, and he finally thanked me towards the end. He really did tell me for the first time. I remember it was finally. He told me he loved me, and the way it is with the master babe, when you finally get that hearing, when he finally realizes what love really is. He thanks you, and he says, I love you so much. And I watched him walk up the driveway, and I never seen him again. That's the way it goes. Once you have achieved, you let go. You say thank you. He went. He had a brother that he used to. Sorry, I'm going on and on. He had a brother that he used to do gold mining with, and he found a gold nugget. This is how lucky this guy was, and he was damn lucky because he ended up with me. And look at the smile on his face, babes. He was so miserable. He claims to my grandmother that and so if I put this video up after, I mean, I'm going to need assistance. I'm going to continue to be very relentless with what I have to do. There's this aspect that I'm going through where it's Saturn, you guys. If you're wondering, see if that person's running with this. Babe, I have. Look at this. I need more people that can do astrology and understand what I'm going through, who's more mystical and understanding. I'm here to tell you right now that the people that took the vaccines, they don't know who God is. What God is, what I mean is they don't have a sense of curiosity about the spiritual world. It's not real. If they're doing that, they're fake. Talking about that friend of mine, they started growing their hair, and I didn't like it. I remember I started withholding sex just because I wanted him to cut his hair. And so he came back, from wherever he was doing, and I'm all hugging him. I'm happy to see him because he was gone, of course, and I love him. The way he was with me, he knew how to please me really well. And of course, I was happy to see him, and I was like, I just noticed he didn't cut his hair. I had no right to teach him about it. He was doing it for a reason, but I began to start, well, can I at least shave you? And he would let me like put a Z right here or something in a little, and anyway, I don't think you can see it in this picture, but I like that. I like his mustache and everything. He showed up without a haircut. And but B, I used to call him B. B-E-E, like a bee. B, um, you didn't get your haircut for me. And he goes, yeah, I did. And he pulled out this one little strand. He goes, and it was cut. He's like, right there. Oh. No, see, when if you think you're gonna pull a Wilcox, babe, or try and unfreeze yourself with some antifreeze, speak up, post it, Say, I'm about ready to take myself out, and this is the precise reason why. I would like it to be televised. I want to make a statement at the courthouse. Go over to the courthouse. If you know anybody that keeps threatening it, say, okay, all right, all right, all right. Can you do this? Can you make a statement? Really, and try to work it out. Say, now, is this a result of the government fashioning things up, and it's impossible for some people, and they just say, fuck it, I want to kill myself? Most likely it is. See, but you shouldn't do it alone over there in the bush or something, just there should be counseling that says, okay, we don't mind your sacrifice. Your court date is over here. You make a statement. See if you can get help from them. You know that all the other stuff isn't helping. It's just a pinball machine out there. Some people are like, no, I need help right now. I've lost. And I don't see it. And it's true. You're not going to recover. Maybe not. That's just, now what? It's like, babe, you're going to die anyway. There's a saying, right, that says, if you've lived right, you're going to die right. And that's illusory. I just got the vision of somebody going, yeah, busting at the seams and they're eating a cow rub. They have to die too, and they think they did it right, I guess, and they die early because they're a fat ass. Too much. See, here's my advice to you fat asses that are watching. Sorry about that, but no, not really. Not if you're mean to me, sending me to jail and shit. Fuck, man, get over your shit. If you when you start getting any chronic disease, you don't have to be a lard ass. Any chronic disease, arthritis, cancer. What I mean, it's chronic, mysterious. Like I can't seem to get rid of it, but take this pill. Don't take those pills. Fast. Don't eat. Don't eat food. Drink enough water. Drink water. Do a juice diet with just you want to drink pineapples. Do a parasite cleanse. Drink pure alkaline water. Fast though. You have to take it down to bones. And then, not that I'm saying I'm so badass, I'm doing it now. No, I need help. I'm so tired of going up and down on my body weight. I need stability in my life. Now I'm facing, well, I know what to do, Grandma, and I will do it. It'll be better for me. It's the best. I can walk to town. But see, what we did was we walk with a backpack because we're going to go and shop, and then we fill up our backpack. This guy here, he bought me a backpack. He knew I needed it, and he was like, check this out. He was all into camping. He was a master woodsman, man. At one point, I ended up homeless, and he didn't realize that. I mean, he didn't at all treat it like homelessness. He was like, "Oh, yay, camping!" He was wonderful. He knew how to. He was so good. He took men out to hunt deer. I know it's a gnarly subject matter, but no, he didn't. I've never seen him miss. He would shoot gun. He had guns and shit, and I've never seen him miss a target. He had this one huge fucking, it wasn't a 45, it was like a 62 or something. It was a huge. And he set a lighter way over there. And he, boom, and he fucking hit it. I've never seen him miss. That's the way this person was. I called him a man's man because, man, he taught everybody around him. On this mountain, there's a crew called, well, there's Oscar. He learned everything from that man. And a bunch of other kids too. He was a technical tree. He was just a fucking amazing person, man. He could build. I saw him build a fucking car. There was a frame there, and there was like a shell, and then there was the axle, and he put like half of it together in one day. We used to work together. At one point, he had a crew of people. He hardly spoke English. It was broken. I loved to hear him speak in Spanish. He was like, "Oh my God, say that again." He would just say something like "close the door" or something, and it would sound so fucking romantic. I'm like, please. I don't know. It was weird. But he was a different kind of Latino. He was not really Latino. He was Spanish and German. 5'10". He gets all the credit because just the way that he kept it up the whole time until the very end. He saw that I had a grandma and that I had moved back into the cabin here, right? Um, we worked on a bathroom together over there. It needed to be done. It helped it out. He just saw what needed to be done and he did it. He never really asked. He would check in and say, "Well, do you need? Here's the thing. Well, or like, do you want this? Is it okay if this is a table here and flat? All right, cool." And he would do it. It would always be that he can get it running and do it. Never did I have to say, "Oh, come on." Oh, look, can you look at this over here? No, he could see it and he'd do it. And so there's where my bar is set. I don't like a man that I have to tell them all the time what to do. I'm a fucking nag enough. I can be. You have to make yourself better than that for me to, and make somebody feel good enough to where they can overlook flaws and things that aren't so perfect. But if you don't, if you consistently provide bad experiences and like a lack of all the time and a kind of wah wah wah, um, which this last thing that I'm experiencing is is like that. It is. No, it's not fair for me. I know what it's like to have somebody really reflect at you who you are, the best of you, and I've never really got that. They kind of look at me like, no, it's a different vibe. I mean, they're taking advantage of me, and then they're treating me like a misbehaving stepchild or something, and that, whether they know it like it or not, that's how they kind of do it. Some men are like that with their women. They don't really think very highly of them at all. And if they don't have a job like I didn't, and that they just think you're the inferior, and they don't feel that they should give you any contact. I mean, really, they'll manipulate you into just saying, "Well, what are you going to do about it?" They think they're a savior. Um, why? You never want to invite the wrong person in your life, especially if it's just one single. It can be no, it's that one single solitary person. It can be, especially if you think you're going to get close to them, because they could just send you to this place where I'm at right now, where it's like, okay, I got to get out of this, man, and they know it. They do. Yeah, I know they do. That's what's really painful for me. Because basically they don't want to hurt me by saying, "I never intended on being here for you, Shauna. You have to pick yourself up right and get that job at the Taco Bell, or I'm going to I will keep trying to pull you back to me and make you what I want you to be. I would love for you to fall for selling your whole property." See, I'm the kind of person that, with this guy, um, I mean, I can't say that this guy, but see, anybody else, the right person? Oh, fuck. See, with this guy, when I had a job, I cooked him steaks. I bought him fucking jackets. I bought him boots. I fucking love buying him things, and he did things for me. I cooked for him. He would cook for me. One time he saved my ass, man. I was so sick, and he cooked up a chicken soup, and it fucking cured me, man. I don't get that from this other person. I'm getting that they got me when I was way down, and they couldn't get to me before them. This person has complained to me about it. Says some men, girls, some guys who really complain about them. Is they fucking assholes out there. He couldn't relate to them. And I know what he means. Is there's some men that are like that are not. See, they are psychologically homosexual. And he chose me. Where we're going 80 miles an hour, and I was up on the back of a quad, a race quad. He could get anything he wanted. It's just in his life where he kind of, I guess he got out of the matrix or something, and who knows, he was going through something, you could tell. And I didn't understand it, but now, see, I'm still in communications with him, and I'm like, ooh, I'm sorry, but you were going through enlightenment. It was way ahead of me. And I understand now what your problem was with the world and why you had to leave. He learned love and he was done. He said, I'm out of here. I mean, it was like it was planned. He didn't get planned. He kept getting attacked for some reason. But he wore that gold nugget that was 2.5 ounces big. Had it put on a chain, and he would let me wear it, and he would go off and work for a few days, and I would be wearing it. And thanks for listening. Buy me a coffee. No, I could still use that money, that person's money. If he sends it, I'm not stupid. I'll take it. I'm gonna take it. No, don't think that people um, can respect you though, because money is money, and then but when you are relating, that's a whole other thing, isn't it? I think it is. See, that needs to change though. See, it needs to change to where that our friends are helping us give money, get money. Like like you do not receive money from the enemy. The ones that are keeping you in isolation, living in fear, darkness, don't communicate, don't know what love is, using you, abusing you, denying you, reducing you down, dehumanizing you, all of that stuff. You don't take money from those people. I mean, how are you going to do it? And run away, and then they try to make you look bad with that. Don't do it. Right? Because money is money is money, and everybody needs it. I see a hopeless situation that, in fact, when you look at the Epstein files, the money is hooked into evil, and there's some people like me. We're just gonna like, okay, so we know we deserve a lot better from the people around us. Who I'm isolated, and then I get picked on. Why can't I get helped? That table needs to turn. Where okay, it's like my bank over there, right? Any bank does this to you. They say, well, if like you overdrew your bank 50 cents, now they're going to tack $35 on. And it's like, wait a minute, I don't have money. That's why I haven't been able to come back here and go. And now you're going to ask me to bring money. David Wilcock, why didn't you say anything for us over there at the courthouse? A lot of people are going to keep like trying to, don't do that anymore. Go televise it. We need counseling like this. If you're thinking about committing suicide, think about volunteering for us. We need people to make statements. We will give you counseling. We know that it is a quagmire. You'll never solve it. We can't even solve it. We would love to see. We're a law firm that gets a lot of money. Good God, there's flying fucking. I didn't know that. I didn't know that pincher bugs fly. That's what I have. A pincher bug that's flying around here. You know those earwig things? Never seen them fly in my entire life. My eyes must be going bad and I don't see it right. Something going on. No, it's a pincher bug. It has flown from surface to surface in front of my face while I was talking here. demonic possession, uh, fourth dimensional demons that do not like me to try to do work. Satanic possession in the background perhaps doesn't know that they're doing things, but they do it. Um, the money thing. See, I think when they're shape shifting in front of your face, you are dealing with a demonic entity there, spiritually possessed. And I think they may know it, may or not know it. If they have difficulty in their like they're trying to be a human and they're having see they have difficulty when you can call it narcissism. This is a long movie, isn't it? No, I've been studying it too, and then the fact is it was confirmed by here. David Icke mentioned it a few times. He says, and in fact, when you're in the presence of these entities that will shapeshift right in front of you, you feel the same feeling that you get when you're with a narcissist. No, you feel like, oh, this is impossible. Can't work with this person. They don't have a good conversation. See, they'll even have the feeling of like total despair, desperosity. Like, help me. And you're like, ooh, what's happening? But then you'll see them shape-shifting. You're like, oh, okay. They are in trouble. They're in a human body. The human body requires alignment with the universe. They don't like the universe. They hate it. They don't understand why we like what we like. Like we want oxygen, sunshine, leaves, trees. They don't care for it. That particular, see, the reptilian, see, it knows it needs to fit in. It can do these things. It will. It will pretend that it's interested. It's planting a bunch of trees over there and putting a lawn in. I think, we'll water a lawn instead of corn because it's a competition that they're connected to the royal family. As far as what I'm talking about is the reptilian lineage. So they have this desire to just, I mean, they love their gold and control, just materialists. See, what's going on is that I can't move much. I can't really plan the court date thing and the trial and the way that it's designed. It's designed to keep me in this shaft. And I'm okay with it, but I need support during this time. Oh, I need a patch job, not just, $25 from over there. I need a good chunk. That's why I was asking, like, okay, so, man, oh man, I know that nobody has money. A lot of this is 99.99% psychological. I just saw Gray ate the food. So if my cat likes it, see the thing is they're eating it and then they're disappearing. They ate a bunch and then when they just go and like crash out, you have to watch their health. See, narcissists don't really detect somebody's well-being, whether or not they're off or on or anything. I don't think that what I mean is probably more likely they're animals. They see, the truth is you get the feeling that there's a certain faction of people, very sick, that they want this trauma bond. They think that they always want somebody there. So they don't mind if their child is rendered up handicapped and they're like, okay, so let's get disability and I will tie myself to this handicapped person for the rest of my life. And they kind of do that no problem. I mean because the money's good. Period. They get to have food. It's weird. It's like, okay, you're set up, but what the fuck? Is that true? Is that not true? See, no, they don't care how bad it gets in a relationship. And uh, Same goes with their animals. See, they don't know. They would rather have, see, they want a subdued thing. They want their children subdued. So, see, right now, what you see for sale for the narcissists, they targeted narcissists last 5 years to get dogs, selling them, making dogs sell the cars for them. It's just very planned. It's stupid, too, because of the way that they're poisoning them, and then they're making them focus on feeding their dog when everybody's starving them around. It's like, oh God, this is again, this is the same video. Yeah, when you see, and I probably am not very clear, but no, that's what's going on. It's excruciating. Um, so so what they did was, yeah, and so they have a bunch of dogs. So now you see the way that they can't handle them at all. But they're going to get a machine to handle them. So the way you get them to stop barking and being a fucking asshole dog is you just get this thing that you wrap it around the collar and you hit it and it makes them stop. That was one way, but now even more advanced. They're using electromagnetic weaponry. That's really they've been able to tune it to the dog's ability to hear or something, and it's more intense than just the whistle. It really stops the dogs from barking from across and doing anything like that. They don't have to do a voice command or anything or even connect. They just fucking hit a button and their dog. See, these people are fucking clueless. They don't know that you can do voice command. They don't know that you can train a dog, any dog, a foxhound, to not get the fox. You can train them to think that there's a fence there, but there's no fence. That's what I did to my dog. They would always stop and go along the property line because I trained them. There's a way to do it. And see, but narcissists don't know how to train a goddamn golf ball through a gutter. Not if our fucking life depended on it and the gutter was there, tilted, ready for them to find a way to get it to go. They couldn't do it.